Loose change for getting down. It's Friday and I'm on fire, and I know that I'll break your heart, and I'm sorry, I'm just so tired. These cars are just it, so won't you come?
Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I am Ace, and you're watching another episode of Between the Ropes. And let me introduce to you the crew that we have with us tonight. That's right. We'll start over here. Well, over here, and we'll go ahead and we'll start out with Mr. Crispy Bacon. Crispy Bacon, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How's everybody doing this evening?
You know what? Can't complain at all. And even if we did complain, nobody would listen anyway. So it is.
Yeah, who cares? We're not breaking any laws.
Right? And then, of course, down below us in Square 3, whichever way you want to call Square 3, it doesn't really matter, but we'll go over to this direction. We'll go the EST of Between the Ropes. Christy Wilson, how you doing tonight?
Hello. I'm good. Getting ready to talk some wrestling here.
Now we shift our focus over here.
Wrong way.
Shine right down on here. It's the reflection wise. And then we have Mr. Big B. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay. I just got off of work. I've been a busy week. So I kind of wish I was John Cena and go, can't see me, but I can't. So anyways, yeah, ready to talk some wrestling.
You got off early tonight. I noticed that.
Yeah, I started early. Had to start early this week. We've been pretty busy this weekend. Had a concert and our annual Indian powwow this weekend. So
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely like that. But to start out with, I kind of wanted to do something a little that we normally don't do, but I wanted to throw it out there because this was a conversation that I was having with.
we really got to be nice to Viper because we really don't do that.
No,
Oh, okay, good.
no, you don't have to be nice.
Ooh.
No.
Wow.
When it comes to it, so the first thing that I kind of want to talk about tonight. So when you talk about or think about like who has the best overall entrance that you have seen or currently have, who had your favorite entrance of all time? And it can be currently, it can
Ooh.
be past, or whatever. Crispy Bacon, what is
Yeah.
your favorite entrance, either past or current?
I'll
Or
name
both.
two.
I don't care. It can be both. I
Yeah,
don't care.
I was going to do both. One, I was
Yeah.
going to say The Rock for the past. And then probably now, it's a toss-up between AJ Styles and Roman's current entrance.
Ooh.
AJ Styles, okay. Oh, so you actually like Roman's?
They don't want one.
I
They don't
do.
want none.
I
They
thought
don't
Pat,
want
I thought Pat
They don't want-
McAfee's entrance was interesting. His song choice for it, though.
Oh, Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
None. They don't want none.
How
How about you?
Me, I'd probably go. Favorite entrance was probably Roman's entrance at WrestleMania 32 when he did this punch. The fireworks go off, and then the fireworks going off outside AT&T Stadium, which was I thought
yeah.
really cool. His current
Yeah, I
entrance is
forgot
not
about
bad
that.
either, but I like AJ Styles' entrance. That's cool.
Yeah.
You're going with the they don't want none.
They don't want none.
They don't want none. All right,
They don't
Big
want
B,
none.
how about you?
Man, back when I went to a lot of wrestlers, they really didn't have a lot of those pyrotechnics and all that stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
more recent. I mean, Bray Wyatt's entrance when he was the Fiend, and even with the
Ooh.
Wyatt family, I thought was actually
Oh,
pretty
yeah, I
cool
forgot.
and stuff like that. Especially when all the fans would start lighting up their
Like-
phones as fireflies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was
Currently,
cool.
I like AJ Styles, but I gotta go with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, both with the Bloodline and then Brock Lesnar's. Seeing
Mhm.
that live when they were here and Brock Lesnar came out, oh my God, blew the roof off the place. So
Lucky.
definitely those two,
Yeah.
3.
3.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask you, because I know you were live at that SmackDown when Brock came. So you can't
I
really
wasn't that
tell when you hear it on TV. Like, you could kind of hear a pop, but I'm sure when he came out live, was it like this huge pop? Was it?
Oh, everybody jumped in the stadium. The funniest thing about the whole thing is my son on the way there, he goes, "Dad, I think Brock Lesnar is going to show up tonight." I'm like, "No, he's not going to show up. He's not going to show up." They're going a different way, and of course, right at the end, Roman wins the match, and I actually started heading up the stairs. I'm like, "Okay, but let's get going." And literally, as we took our first step, Brock Lesnar's music hits, and man, he was jumping for joy. I was excited. The whole arena just went nuts.
Wow.
I was wondering
Yeah.
about that. I was wondering about that because I was like, because you could hear the pop on the TV,
Yep.
and so, but I was like, I can imagine what
I would say
live.
Vince got a big pop. Madcap Moss got a big pop when they were here. And Corbin getting booed out or getting laughed out of the arena got a huge pop. And then Brock Lesnar got the hugest pop.
Yeah.
And talking about entrances, I forgot about this.
Mhm.
I was at Pro SmackDown and Hall of Fame, and Undertaker music hit for his
Oh,
Hall
yeah.
of Fame, and that was
Figures.
a big pop too.
Oh.
Yeah, which, it's kind of interesting too, because when you think about like entrances, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird how, and I'm not saying it's wrong, but like none of us really even mention like Undertaker, because he has like one of the legendary entrances of like all time, because he always changed it up. It was always something new,
Right.
sending some minions out or whatever. It was just,
How
It
about
w-
when he was the American Badass
No,
on the motorcycle?
you didn't like that?
no.
I loved it. I actually thought it was
Okay.
way cooler. I
Let
thought
me
it was really
clarify.
cool.
Let me clarify. I liked the entrance. I liked the character. I did not like the fact that they used the Undertaker name. They should have brought out him being Big Mark Callis or whatever. Used his real name. No, to me that was not the Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
The entrance itself, yes. Name wise, no. But every time I was in the arena when Undertaker came out, I always got. I don't know if anybody else did that showed up, but I always got the chills every time he came out. It was
with
freaky.
Undertaker? Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
when
ooh.
Undertaker came out as the Undertaker with the gong and the minions and all that. But yeah,
What about Stone Cold, Steve Austin?
Ooh.
The thing is, Chris, is I'm not saying that it's terrible.
No.
It's like a well-known one, but
Right,
is it
right.
one of the best ones? No, it's just
I agree.
it's just like a well-known one that
Yeah.
that when you hear psh, dun dun dun
Mhm.
dun, you
Yeah.
kind of know that
for
it's-
the time frame, and when he shows up, it's iconic. I mean,
Yeah.
it is one thing that gets the crowd going.
Yeah, when you hear that,
But-
you hear the sound of the glass shattering and then his music hits. It's like
Yeah,
automatic giant pop, like right there.
Yeah.
just like The Rock.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And Imi saying hi. So what's going on, Imi? Thank you. Yeah. So speaking of Stone Cold, when he had his match at WrestleMania, his final one against Kevin Owens
Mhm.
and like the no holds barred. I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys saw that, but it was, I believe it was like, I think it was like Sasha or Bianca who wanted their match as the main event on night one, and everyone's like, you can't have your match main eventing night one when Stone Cold's there in his hometown.
Yeah.
You just can't.
Nope.
I
Somebody's here.
don't know if you couldn't do it. I mean, they would have got ripped if they did, yes. But to me, again, you got WrestleMania, the Super Bowl of all sports, or their Super Bowl of wrestling, and you don't have a title as your main event. I mean, yes, it's Stone Cold at home, against Kevin Owens, the passing of the torch or whatever. But I don't know. I would have preferred a title match being, a closer, but I'm not upset. I mean, it was a heck of a match.
A lot of beer involved.
Yeah, it definitely was. So, Mess Around, welcome in.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So
What's
we were
up?
talking about what is your favorite entrance of all time, and then maybe your favorite current one now.
My favorite of all time, the Hitman Bret Hart.
Ooh.
The best,
Okay.
the best there was, the best there is, the best there ever will be.
And my current, RK Bro.
There you
Okay.
go.
Hey, bro, I like it.
I thought you were gonna say Theory, but
A-Town down.
Yeah, that's right.
A-Town down. You know what though? It's so I read this little thing, right? And I actually thought I'm like, this would not be a bad idea, and I want to see if everybody would agree with me. So because the main event is Roman versus Brock, a last man standing match, right? So everyone's like, wouldn't this be epic, right? If they're like up on the stage and they're fighting on the stage, Brock goes to F5 Roman counters, spears Lesnar through the stage, and they're both laying there, and then you kind of hear A-Town down, and then he comes out and he catches in, and they go, it's now a triple threat match, a triple threat last man standing match, and Roman and Brock can't beat the count of 10 because they just beat the crap out of each other, and then Theory's like, yeah, I just need the title.
It could just go in, find where they are, and just lay on top of both of them, cover them both. I don't know.
Honestly, Ace, if that's the way that this happens, because you need to go buy a lottery ticket then, because honestly, I mean, the way they built Roman up so much and the way Brock's a beast, that's the only way they're going to get these titles off of them,
That's
Right.
what
is having some kind of finish like that. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying don't be surprised if both guys just beat the living crap out of each other, and then Theory comes down, cashes in, and neither Roman or Brock can beat the count of 10, and then Theory wins because
count out.
it was a double count of 10. And so Theory would win in that triple threat last man standing match.
oh man,
that would be
would the social media world just go up in arms if that
my
happened?
God. They would
That
be
would-
tearing WWE to shreds.
You know what though?
that would be. Go
It's
ahead.
fine, Chris. Go.
I was gonna say
Go
that
ahead.
would be good, but
I
I think Theory will cash in on Roman, but Roman will win.
You know what though?
No.
People need to get used to Theory. Theory's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Nope.
Oh, I
No,
know,
he's not.
but
The
I don't
dude is
think he'll win
talented.
this. I don't
The
think
dude is talented.
he's talented, but I don't think his cash in will work.
So I'm saying that hers was Shawn Michael and Cody Rhodes. Currently, I would say that currently mine is Cody Rhodes. I love his
Yeah, I
entrance.
love
Oh,
Cody's
yeah.
entrance. It's
I think,
awesome.
I think his entrance is freaking awesome. I love
It
his
is.
Especially when he popped up on WrestleMania when he came out from underneath the stage. That was
my
sweet.
God.
That
That
was
was
cool.
so cool.
That
Yeah.
that was really cool. So, speaking of that, well, let's finish the SummerSlam thing first.
Let's do that.
So anyways, like, wouldn't that be cool though? Like, I was just
It
sitting
would,
there, I was
yeah.
kind of thinking about that.
Wouldn't
and I'm
be
like,
too
that
bad.
would be awesome because it would make sense though, because you're trying to build up Roman and to
Mhm.
make him look strong, and you're trying to make Brock look strong. This is a way to kind of make him look strong. You're like, okay, Theory just capitalized on two men that just beat the crap out of each other.
Right.
And he didn't have to do anything, and he kind of won the title.
I
No,
can get
that
I
would
can-
be good. That would be good. I just don't see
See,
it happening.
And Ace,
I
I actually
can't
thought
see it
I
happening.
thought
It's
of
like,
that way That's why I picked Riddle to win, because like, okay, they're not gonna drop. They're gonna give it to Riddle because okay, he can't fight Roman for the title, but yet
Right.
he can still fight Brock.
He's
So
always
could
wanted
we
to
see
fight.
that at the end of SummerSlam? So
Well, when here's my thought too is, when Clash of the Castle was promoted, you had Drew McIntyre on one side and Roman on the other.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of showed that okay, it's going to be, McIntyre versus Roman in a championship match at that event. So that's why I'm thinking Theory will cash in but lose to Roman, who would win this last man standing match.
I don't know. I would kind of think they want to do it, like
That's just my
Seth, like
thought.
the great, I'm trying to think. Seth Rollins cashed in at WrestleMania.
It's
Heist of the Century.
Yeah, it was the heist of the century with
Kind of like that.
with Seth Rollins. And this is the thing though too, like this is the thing that I will tell you that I did not completely understand, because everybody, on social media kept saying, well, Seth Rollins is gonna win and then he's gonna cash in and do heist of the century again.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's gonna be repeated again, and then somebody else wins, and they're like, what the heck? I'm like, so you were going to complain if Seth Rollins was going to win and do the heist of the century. So again, 2.0, and then they changed it, and then you got mad because they didn't do that. I'm like, whatever. So
I always thought that whoever won Money in the Bank was going to cash in, but I just didn't see any of them winning.
So mess around. Let me ask you this: could you get behind the Theory and the triple threat with the Last Man Standing?
Heck yeah, dude. You guys know I've been a Theory fan since he came up. I love that guy since day one. He's too talented not to be a champ, and he's going to get it soon.
do we got to make you a fan club too of the Theory fan club, president and CEO, just like
He's already
Riddle?
a part of the Theory
Yeah.
fan club. He's like the president of the Theory fan club.
3 belts Theory.
I've been a fan since day one.
I agree he will win a belt. I agree he'll win the U.S. title, but
No.
He'll get it back from
No, he
Lashley.
won't.
I don't know if that's going to happen.
I think
No.
so. I
It won't happen.
think so, yeah.
He'll get beaten by
You know what, though?
by Lashley, and
I'm
then
saying-
he'll pull off Heist of the Century version 2.0.
I was going to say,
I
can
don't,
go ahead.
WWE would do that too. Have him beat Lashley for the title, and then go cash in, and then then you got 3 belts
then we-
Theory.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
be
gonna
like
say,
Seth Rollins, who
can
had
you
the US World
imagine-
Heavyweight titles.
Can you imagine social media at that point if he beats Lashley and then he cashes in and wins the undisputed title? Man, everybody would be like, "What the hell is this?"
well, and
Congratulations,
you
Theory just
posted a
broke
good
the
one.
internet here.
You either shared it in the chat or you posted it on your Facebook page on how, wrestling fans or WWE fans or AEW fans are always, chiming that they want new blood. They want them to push new blood, and then they get new blood, and then they're like, "Oh, this is ridiculous. Why is it this guy?" It's like politics. You can't make everybody happy,
No, you can't. And the only reason that people complain the most is, look,
Because the guy didn't win.
people may not like Theory, and that's fine if you don't. But if you don't like him, he's doing his job. He's supposed to be that heel, and I haven't seen a guy get this much heel heat in a long time. Like
Who
this
was the
dude
last
gets
one to
a
get
lot of
this
heel
much?
heat.
Chris, do me a favor.
Yes.
Look up the longest or the youngest heavyweight champion. It's either Brock Lesnar or Randy Orton.
It's Randy Orton.
Orton, I
Okay.
think, was the youngest.
How old was he, and how old is Theory? Because they keep pushing this youngest universe or youngest
Theory
U.S.
is
champion. Youngest.
24, 25,
Yeah,
I think.
because they are saying that if Theory wins, he will be the youngest champion.
Did they say
So
that?
the
Okay.
Yeah.
so
but
the oldest is the Undertaker. The youngest is Randy Orton
yeah.
at 24 years old and 136
Yeah.
days.
So
Okay. So what's Theory's age?
I think he's like 23.
Yeah, 24. I think he said.
He said
Yeah.
24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
So it could be a little younger than Orton was when Orton won the title.
but going back to like what you were saying, Big B, and the only reason I said that is simple, because every time they go, I want to see something new. I want to see some flesh, some fresh blood, some new storylines. They do it, and then people get pissed because they do it, and I think the
Because
reason
it's not
why,
the guys they want.
yeah, if it's not their favorite guy,
Yep.
they don't want it. They
Right.
don't
Just like in politics, if you're a Republican and a Democrat gets in, you're pissed. You know, you think it's unfair. You know, vice versa. I mean,
Yep.
that's how wrestling fans are. That's why I just sit back. It's like, yeah, is there some things I don't like that they're doing? Of course. But am I going to sit there and complain about it? Nah. I mean,
It
it's
is
entertainment to me. I
It's,
mean,
it's not even it's not even worth wasting your time complaining about
No.
big things going on in pro wrestling. I mean, it's just sit back, watch, and enjoy the product.
No,
At the end of the day, people are still gonna watch regardless. So stop
well,
complaining.
exactly.
yeah.
I mean, I know I will. I'll keep watching.
and the only argument that I got into with somebody on Facebook, because the dude left a message and said, hey, I'm AEW through and through, and I said, you know what, if you are, it's cool, man, it's cool. So then he asked me what I watch, and I said, hey, I watch it all. You know, I watch.
Oh, you're not a true wrestling fan then.
Yeah. And so he turned around to me and said, well, you can't. And I'm like, why? He's like, you're either AEW or you WWE. You can't be both. You have to pick one. And
No, you don't.
I was like, no, I don't.
Like that.
Huh?
It's not even like that. You can be a fan of both. I mean, AEW's got a lot of the old WWE guys in there, so that's why a lot of people watch AEW. 'Cause they like the nostalgia and like seeing
Hell, I
the
watch Impact.
So-
I watch Impact too. Are you telling me that I can't watch that too?
Hmm?
Like, you're telling me
No,
I can't be a
no,
fan of
no.
It's like I watch WWE. I love AEW. I've watched a little New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like you can enjoy You can
Yeah.
enjoy GCW. You can enjoy Impact.
I mean,
you can
that's
enjoy,
that's just like
you know,
our
Ring of
favorite
Honor.
sports guy going to a different team. Yeah, we're still going to like our team, but we're going to watch that other team because our favorite player is over there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Mitch
Yeah.
Trubisky.
right. You're saying Mitch
Trubisky. Jeez.
Yeah, it was like for me when Favre went to Minnesota.
Minnesota.
When you guys got to the championship game, you don't think I was rooting for Brett Favre? You're damn well right I was. You know, so at that point, it's like you don't have to choose.
No.
And
dude, I was rooting for Favre when he was in Green Bay. I love the guy. The guy was awesome. I mean,
You
No, the
hate,
guy
you
took
hate when they
chances.
play against your team, but you root for the player.
I still rooted for him when he played against the Vikings because the guy was awesome. I mean,
Right.
you know,
But
I mean, I may be a Dallas fan, but I was rooting for
I hate
Favre
the
too.
Packers. I love what Favre play.
exactly. So we can enjoy everything. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it is. I just think it's ridiculous when fans tell you have to like one or the other. You
Right.
can't like them all. And I was
It's
like,
like,
no,
don't-
you
don't-
don't.
Yeah, it's
well,
like,
just
don't
like he
make me
posted
choose.
too, the Daniel Bryan thing or Bryan Danielson. You know,
Mhm.
that everybody was saying that WWE was taking easy on him, wouldn't let him wrestle, and now look at now his his career's in jeopardy in AEW for what they were doing. I mean,
Exactly. And people can knock me for this if they want, but I said this is the one reason why I was okay with the PG era, and simply due to the fact that look, some of the things that these guys go through as far as matches and everything else with the PG era, it's saving them so much. Like, it's saving them
Yeah.
concussions, it's saving them, blading, it's saving them all this stuff, it's saving them all these injuries that they've always had. And so I'm like, I don't understand what is wrong with not having to have blood.
well,
I don't.
the thing is I think the PG era came about because of the network that was holding them. I
Yep.
think if it was up to WWE, they would have kept going with the Attitude Era forever.
Yeah.
Getting but
And then you have all these people who are complaining like, oh, they mistreat women and they got this and they got that and all this other
yeah.
stuff.
I do miss my bra and panties fans.
Well, see, that's the thing. Everything changed right after the Super Bowl. Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson, so you can thank them.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like,
but
thanks a lot, you two.
And Big B, you're definitely right on that. That's why I posted that, because I'm like, look, it took one concussion for Daniel Bryan, one major one, and now they're sitting here going,
But
is he going to get cleared? They don't know if he's going to get cleared.
but isn't that the whole reason he retired, like originally?
Yeah,
Miz and
because of
WWE.
because of concussions, he had them
Yeah.
on the indie scene, and then he was also getting them in WWE. No matter how careful they are, you
And
just can't avoid them.
he had to be
Yeah.
the general manager of SmackDown.
SmackDown,
Yep.
yeah, he
Yeah,
was working
and then
alongside
what's-
Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter how careful you are. Accidents are gonna happen. Look at Big E.
Look at
Sure.
Rick Boogs.
No,
Sure.
I get it, but
Yep.
what I'm saying though is when you've gone through like all the matches like everybody else had with blading and
Yep.
everything else, when you don't do that, it cuts down on injuries because you're not blading yourself. You're not.
Yeah, it's a lot safer, and the products that people are still watching it. So
Yep.
obviously, it's not a big deal that they went to PG.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, you guys heard the documentary with Mick Foley talking about all the stuff he went through and that, how he's living today. He still said he would still do it today to earn a living. So, I mean,
Yeah, guy's a crazy
Oh.
son of a bitch.
Yeah,
he
I
is.
mean, the
Yeah, he
same
is.
guy got thrown off Hell of a Cell, and Jim Ross is going, with God as my witness, he is broken in half.
he killed him. He killed him.
Killed him, yeah.
God, he killed him.
With God
I
as
mean,
my witness.
thumbtacks and
Thumbtacks.
barbed wire bats. Over in Japan, didn't he wrestle in a barbed wire ring match or something? Where the ring was wrestled?
Floating barbed wire death match, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah,
I
like
don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Whew, yeah. Ring a bell. It does that. It's like even when like Edge talks about it, he
Yep.
talks about how he knows he's on borrowed time. Like he's just going as far as long as he can.
hmm
That's why I
knows
can't
he's
believe Sting of all people is doing what he's doing in AEW. You know.
Yeah.
that's another crazy son of a bitch.
Yeah,
Well,
he
the
is.
thing is, but if you watch him when he was younger, he wasn't doing all that stuff. And now he's what, 50, 55 or something? And
Isn't
he's
he like?
diving off of.
I thought he was
Bleak.
like 60.
He
I'll
might be
look-
60,
I'll
but I'm
look
just
it up.
saying.
Dang.
I mean, he's totally changed his character in AEW. He's never done this stuff before like this.
Because he couldn't in WWE.
Wait,
Well,
who are we
even in
talking about?
WCW. I mean,
Yeah, we're talking.
I'm
We're
looking.
talking about. See, how old is Sting?
I have it. Hold on.
Oh, Sting. Okay.
yeah.
I was like, wait, who are you guys talking
Moxley's
about?
only 36, Brandon.
He is. Hold on.
Who's
I have it.
36?
He's 62 years old.
Mox-
Yeah.
62.
Yeah.
No, I got
Mox-
63. I got 63.
Well,
Oh, whatever.
something like it.
Moxley's only 36.
Yeah.
No, Mox doesn't turn
Moxley's
36 until
crazy.
December.
Yeah.
Did you hear what Moxley said? He's like, if Vince saw my stuff, he wouldn't like his, matches
What
in
he's doing now?
AEW. Yeah, he would.
Oh,
flip.
Vince watches.
Oh,
Where,
I'm
Well,
sure
I
Vince
know,
watches
but-
and he's like, oh, this is not good. You know what? Yeah.
Yeah. It,
He's probably hating all of it. Be like, well, I wouldn't do that. Or something.
I wouldn't. I'm Vince McMahon.
I wanted to say the other thing he's well known for saying, but it's not allowed here.
I'm
Yeah.
Vince.
Too bad he can't pay him hush money.
So I just kind of wanted to backtrack for a second, kind of go into what matches we think might be added to SummerSlam. If you
We have
kind
a few that's been added.
of added there.
Yeah.
So
We have a-
mess around. Any ideas on some matches? Like for me, I said that you're gonna probably see Nakamura versus Gunther. I think that's gonna be a match that's gonna be added.
I don't know, because I haven't watched SmackDown yet, so. I don't know what's going on yet.
So no ideas on what matches might be added yet.
Not that I can think of.
Big B, how about you?
Yeah, I like the Gunther and Nakamura match. I think that one's going to be added for sure. You're probably going to get Liv and Ronda.
I hate that match.
They are already said that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one is set? Okay.
That's already
All right.
confirmed.
You're definitely getting the Biz and Logan Paul or whatever his
Right.
name is.
I'm thinking
Which
that's
one?
going to be one that'll be added.
I think that one might. I think they might
That's
wait
already been
until
confirmed. That's
Survivor
confirmed.
Series or Rumble with that one. Because I think they're going to try to push that one
No,
to
it's already
Mania.
been confirmed. No, they confirmed that match.
Logan Paul versus Miz
The
at
Miz?
SummerSlam?
Miz.
So
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So
That might be a banger match.
Imy's got a few comments. She's saying, have they ever did the same thing with Theory to anyone else, like being Vince's right-hand man? Yeah.
McIntyre.
It was named the Chosen One, I think.
Chosen One, yep.
Yeah, but it really didn't work out.
No, but
Well, not until years later when McIntyre came back.
John Cena.
John Cena. His name is John Cena.
And then, and then she was also saying maybe a three-way match with Liv, Ronda, and Natalya.
Possibly.
That could happen. That could happen.
That could happen.
It could happen.
I kind of don't like the fact that it would happen.
So
I tell you, honestly, the match I'm kind of interested to see is, the way he performed at WrestleMania is McAfee versus Corbin. I think that might be a pretty decent match.
Yeah.
Battle of the Colts.
I want some
Battle of the Colts, exactly.
SummerSlam brought to you by the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah.
Chris, you were gonna say something though?
Oh, I was gonna read off the matches that's been confirmed.
And we'll probably get a tag match.
Yep.
Well,
We do have that. We do have that.
Yeah, because the Usos and the Street Profits have already been confirmed, and they're saying there's going to be a special guest referee. My guess is that the special guest referee is going to be Sami Zayn. That is my guess.
No, come on.
I'm
It's gonna
telling
be real.
Because what if the
real.
Usos lose? You want to know who they're going to take their frustrations out on? Sami Zayn, and they're going to beat the crap out of him.
I'm seriously telling you, it's going to be Sami Zayn. I really think it's going to.
Here's what I would do.
What?
Maybe
Sami
it's
Zayn,
Roman.
okay, yep. Nope. Sami Zayn starts as the ref, gets knocked out. Then you get The Rock to come out.
No.
Street Profits win. And now you got steam to roll up to Survivor Series or even Mania between The Rock, and now you got tension in the family ranks. So
Ooh.
I could see Roman.
That'd
I
be
would
cool.
go with Matt Riddle.
What?
Can you
I
imagine
can
The
see
Rock in a
Roman.
ref
You're
shirt?
going with Matt Riddle. Well,
Matt
actually, they were saying that a potential match at SummerSlam was Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins too. Now that
Possible.
Oh yeah, that's his
yeah.
Oh my God!
That could
Riddle
be a
riding down
banger
the
match
scooter and
also.
Rollins
that
wearing a
could be a
pimp
really
suit.
good match.
In Dragon Viper's words, that would be the greatest match of all time.
But like that would be no disputing how good of a match that could actually be.
Yep.
I don't know.
That would be
Maybe.
your opener, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No way. Those two guys is open. No way.
Well, you do need to have an
Yeah.
opener that's going to attract the audience, and so I think that could definitely be.
That or else if they go with what Ace said, then you open up with the United States match, and then you close with Theory
Roman
cashing
versus-
in
Yeah.
I
and
hope-
coming back triple belts Theory or whatever he's gonna.
Triple
Call
belt
himself.
theory.
Yeah.
Or how about theory?
belt
Three
theory.
belts.
Well, speaking of The Rock, though, Big B, because you were saying that, I did read this kind of interesting thing that somebody was like, wouldn't it be funny if, in this last man standing match, Brock is about to win, and then you hear, if you smell, and then The Rock comes out, hits Brock with a rock bottom, helps up Roman. Roman gets a 10 count, and then The Rock goes to shake Roman's hand, and then gives him a rock bottom and says, "If anybody's taking the belt away, it's The Rock." And then
The Rock is the head of the
And
team.
then Theory comes out and cashes in, but The Rock stops him.
No. I think you'd be just like, here, there you go. He's all yours.
If anybody from WWE's watching, call us. We'll write some good storylines for you.
Yeah,
got
we
some
have some better
ideas.
than 13-year-olds.
Better than what Vince McMahon is coming up with these days.
I mean, heck, Freddie Prinze Jr. used to write storylines for them.
Yeah, I heard about that. He said he'd never do it again.
No, he wants to own his own company. Him and Justin Bieber.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought he was starting his own promotion.
He's
Yeah.
trying.
and Marco Stunt.
Oh,
Marco
Marco.
Stunt came out and said he's starting his own too, and I'm like, so
was it going to be all short people?
I I don't.
I don't know.
Well, and then
No
you got that
comment.
one started by EC3 and Strowman, Total Control Wrestling or something.
Control your narrative.
Yeah,
Yeah, something like
control
that.
your
Like,
narrative.
it's like you never hear about it anymore.
That's actually good promotion, though.
Hornswoggle was going to be a champion of that other promotion.
Huh?
Mm. Which
What's
one?
up, oh, I thought he said something, but
I think he said Brock was going to be champion of that promotion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Braun.
I mean, nobody in that promotion's as big as Braun.
Literally and figuratively.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's definitely true. I haven't seen
Damn
anybody-
true.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody over there that's even close to being as big as Braun.
Mm-hmm.
But Ami mentions Bailey too.
Yep.
Could be a time because she keeps teasing that she's coming back. She keeps posting stuff on social media, so it makes me think she's coming back at some point.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes me wonder, like, when is she going to make this surprise appearance?
Raw after SummerSlam, maybe?
I'm
don't know.
thinking at SummerSlam, maybe after one of the title matches.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I keep thinking maybe she's gonna come out after the Raw title match and look at Bianca, look at the title, and be like, "I'm coming after you."
Yeah, I don't know. What character is she going to come back as? Is she going to come back as
Hello.
the original Bailey, or is she going to come back as this new stuck-up Bailey?
Yeah,
No.
is she coming back as the hugger or the ding dong hello?
Oh.
The ding dong hello.
I keep hoping that maybe it's a little bit of both. There's a little bit of the hugger and a little bit of ding dong hello, but without the inflatable Bailey buddies.
We even have these interesting things, and I know, Chris, you shared it in the group chat too, but I kind of had my own theories about that too. Is that I seriously think that they put it out before the Cody Rhodes injury because everyone's like, oh, he's advertised to be in Pittsburgh in August, and he's supposed to be on Raw, and he's supposed to be facing Rollins. I'm like, I seriously think that they put it out before he got injured, and they just kind of forgot to take him off of that.
Yeah.
He possibly could show up and just give an update on what's going on. I mean,
Well, no, they said he's supposed to be in a match against Rollins.
oh yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't read the whole
Yeah,
article.
yeah. He's supposed to be in a match against Rollins. I'm like, that's August. I don't,
No,
That-
he's still gonna be recovering well past August.
because that would be at that point. I think that would be what, like maybe 4 months at that point, 3.5.
About that.
4?
3.5
About-
at the most.
Yeah, and that's like way soon. That's like way soon.
Yeah. No, I don't expect to see Cody in the ring until Rumble.
No,
Mhm.
the only thing that I could see them doing would be maybe every once in a while being like, hey, can you come out and cut a promo or something? And just so people can see you in the ring or something, just come out and cut a promo. I could see that,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's going to actually be in the match.
No.
So that's true. I don't see it.
That's way too soon. And I know that they had, and I know they had advertised for Randy being in a match too, but that's way too soon too, because he was talking about having surgery on his back and being out for the rest of 2022 also. So,
Yeah.
I
think it's. No, go ahead.
But I think if either one comes back, it'll be maybe for a promo,
Probably.
not
will have
necessarily
to be.
for a match.
It would have to be, because I think with the way that they have these things, I think a lot of these commercials they make way beforehand,
Mm-hmm.
and then they kind of throw them out there, and then they go, crap, Cody Rhodes isn't there, so I don't know why we aired it, because he's not going to be there. So I need to take him out of it. And then Randy Orton being advertised too, it's like, oh, we need to take him out because he's not going to be there too. I'm not, and who knows? We could be wrong, and they could just end up out of the blue just showing up, and just
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Orton, we haven't really heard his update at all. What's going on?
No,
So-
I haven't heard anything.
the last thing that I had heard was that he was seeing like a surgeon, and they were worried that he was going to be out for like the rest of 2022. That's the last update that I had heard, but I hadn't heard anything since.
Yeah.
They're really keeping it under lock and key here.
Well, yeah, and honestly though, like when Riddle came out after that whole thing happened, when he actually got hurt, I
Mhm.
actually thought it was actually just a storyline. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that he was actually hurt until they said no, he has a legitimate back problem, and I was like, oh, I
Well,
actually
and that's
didn't-
why I think I even commented when they started doing these little tributes to Orton at the beginning of Raws and stuff. It's like, okay, is this his final run? In the company. I mean, and then
Yeah,
he gets hurt. It's
celebration.
like, okay, maybe we don't know the whole story. Maybe something this serious that maybe they are kind of planning for this to be his final, run with WWE. So.
yeah, maybe they're very concerned that they don't know how he's going to heal, and so they're like planning for the future or something. Because Randy Orton is not getting any younger.
No.
I think he's at least in his early 40s.
He is, because I know right now they came out and they said right now the oldest person on the roster is Sheamus. And Sheamus is 44, 45. And so they said he's the oldest. So Orton would have to be somewhere around, I would say maybe 42, 43. Somewhere
God.
around.
He's younger than Gunther's younger than him, and he looks like he's freaking 50,
Yeah.
So Orton is 42.
Okay.
42.
42, that's kind of what I figured, because Sheamus
Yeah.
is 5. And so it's and we know that Sheamus is the oldest one.
Gunther is 34.
God,
He's 34.
Gunther.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
God, I would have thought he was older, like in his 40s.
I know. Yeah.
No, he's
Holy
still
crap.
young. Well, a lot of these guys like stay in like the developmental zone until like close to like 29 or 30, and then they
Alright.
bring them up. Wrestlers, like some wrestlers wrestle until they're like really, really old.
Well, look at Flair going out one last time. I mean,
Woo!
And people are really concerned about that one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because he's
I
going to do
would be
one more
too,
match,
though.
and I'm like, aren't you in your 70s here, buddy?
And he's got a freaking pacemaker and stent. So
Yeah.
it's
well, everybody's been saying that Hogan's been working hard to come back, and finally Hogan put that to rest, and he said he can't wrestle no more. I mean,
Well,
Yeah,
last
understandable.
night,
He's been
I
coming
think-
out in a back brace, knee braces, the whole thing. He's just so banged up.
and
I think Angle recently
last
said too
night-
that he's done wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, last
Yeah.
night Booker T wrestled.
yeah, he did. He wrestled in an indie show, but
Mhm.
Big B, you were right about Kurt, because he came out and made a comment that said, yes, AEW reached out to him about they wanted to sign him to a deal for a certain amount of appearances and
Yeah.
matches, and Kurt's like, I told him absolutely not. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
You're like,
Mhm.
he's like, I would, but I can't. But I
So
won't.
Yeah.
so Kurt knows he's not in the shape to really do it himself.
Mm-mm.
No.
So I think somewhere like you could potentially see guys starting to get slowly called up from NXT. I
Yeah.
really do think it's coming. I think a person that could potentially be the guest referee also that we may not be looking at or thinking about is Solo.
Yeah.
Solo Sequoia?
Yeah, Solo
Oh,
Sequoia.
boy.
They could call
No,
him up from NXT.
I just read something too on him that the Bloodline or Romans was pushing for him to join,
Yeah,
and they turned it down and said no.
He turned it down.
Or he turned it down. That's right. Yeah, he turned it down. That's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
Because
I don't blame him. He wants to build his own legacy in NXT before joining the main
yeah,
roster.
because he said he did not want to be known as the brother of the Usos. He wanted to be known as his own guy.
Yeah.
which I don't know. I mean,
I'm just waiting for him to go up against Braun Breaker because I want to see that match.
Oh
Breaker
yeah,
versus
absolutely.
Solo Sikoa for the
I-
NXT title.
I think that'll be a great match. I really
in
do.
one corner you got Rikishi, and the other corner you got Scott Steiner. I mean,
Rikishi,
And their boys are going at it.
yeah.
the Musamu, the Musamu. I remember that
I
from
do too, yeah.
Goodness.
from when they first started. The Musamu.
Yeah, I
They
can't.
did that for a
I
long
really
time.
thought they would have kept that gimmick going for a while. I mean,
Yeah, but didn't they turn heel like in 2016,
yeah,
2017?
they turned heel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris,
Which I mean, this bloodline run and the Usos, one-ish. I mean, that's it's running. I mean,
Yeah.
but Chris has to understand the difference here. He's the two, and we the ones.
yeah, that was good.
Oh boy.
So, what do you guys think about the rumor that WWE's been thinking about splitting up the Street Profits?
I don't like it.
Well, I'll tell
But
you,
I could see it. I could see it happening.
Montez Ford, I think, can be a star. That dude
Yep.
can
He's
be
a
a
beast.
star. Have you
He's seen him lately? He looks like he's getting a little bit more jacked.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's put on muscle mass.
Mhm.
Definitely has. Angelo Dawkins, responded to that. Basically said he's tired of hearing rumors that he's second fiddle to
Yeah, they've been teasing it. See, and I think you split them up. I think Ford can go on his own. Dawkins, I think, is going to need that mouthpiece.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to need that MVP. I
Do you
think he's
think
going to
he's
need that
gonna
MVP type of guy. Leo Rush type of guy.
Not Leo Rush.
Well, I'm not saying Leo Rush, but
You don't.
Yeah.
You don't think
You can see him-
Dawkins could talk on his own?
nah, I don't know. I mean, he can
he's
prove me
pretty
wrong, but I mean, if they do split, it'd be interesting to see.
I mean, he's better. He's better than Omos on the mic. He's better than Ronda on the mic. He's better.
Oh, no
Oh,
doubt.
yes.
You're right about that. I mean, heck, Dragon Viper's better than Omos and Ronda Rousey put together. I mean,
on the mic, right? I mean, you're pretty bad on the mic.
when Kane didn't speak, he was better than Omos and
It's true.
Ronda Rousey on the mic.
My name is Kane.
Yeah,
Or even Brock.
Brock's getting
Brock's
better
pretty
on
good
the
on the
mic.
mic. I mean, you had
They-
no idea how good he was until
Thing is,
Heyman
though,
wasn't with them cutting his promos.
exactly, like that's the thing, because Heyman was with Brock for so long that
Mhm.
I don't think people actually knew how good Brock was on the mic, because they're like, oh, he's just a Heyman guy. He needs a mouthpiece that can talk for him. And then once he was no longer with Heyman, everyone's like, he can talk on the mic. And I was
Yeah.
like,
And he's not bad either.
Ronda's not bad, but she definitely does need.
She could improve, yeah.
Cringe.
Yeah,
Cringe.
she needs Heyman or a mouthpiece in some sort.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, I think, and I know when it came to it, speaking of that, like people were mad that MVP left Lashley, but I think
Right.
it was the right call because I think Omos needed the mouthpiece more.
Yeah, Lashley's pretty good on the mic too. Omos, he's not there yet.
Well, no, and so that's why I was okay with it when
yeah, I was too.
because Omos needed that piece. Lashley doesn't need it; he's fine on his own.
Yeah.
Omos needs it.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm saying my favorite tag team from the start was the Usos.
Oos.
Oos!
Oos.
Oos! And then she also says she needs lessons from Charlotte.
I can't stand listening to Charlotte cut promos. That makes my ears bleed.
But she's so good.
She is good, but
She's
it's like
good.
it's just it's like she and Britt Baker have the same kind of annoying type of voice that I can't stand listening to half the time.
Yeah,
It gets
both of them
irritating
could cut
after a
mean
while.
promos though too.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they can. Which
they can cut promos. Is just.
So yeah, I get your yeah. The voice is just
Charlotte could be another one that that could show up at
Yeah.
SummerSlam also. Well,
Oh, please no.
if you want to know somebody who had that really annoying voice, excuse me.
Oh yeah, she's still
Vicky.
doing that in AEW, and that's Vicky Guerrero.
Yes,
Yeah.
right. I know.
Did you guys? Speaking of people showing up, did you guys see that they put Ric Flair back in the opening again?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, together.
Shocker! Didn't know that was coming.
Yep. They couldn't keep him off it forever.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
yeah, Vicky, that excuse me.
Sorry.
That was probably like
I will hurt my vocal cords doing that.
that was probably like the worst one. I'm like, really?
No, speaking
Vicky,
of
could you come up with
Vicky,
something better?
Didn't her daughter just sign or been signed with?
I know
some
the Rock's
development,
daughter did.
Who?
Rock's
I know the
daughter.
Rock's daughter did, but
Yeah, she actually. They actually mentioned that the Rock's daughter just cut her first promo.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think calling herself the final girl, and I'm like, what does that mean?
Oh,
Are you saying you're like the final boss, like Mako Satomura or something like that?
but I'll tell you what though, if she's anything like the Rock, she gonna be a star. She
Yeah.
gonna be a star.
Watch
Oh.
out, she's a coming.
well, I'll say we're gonna hold. What the heck? What am I thinking of? I mean, she could probably. I mean, she could probably cut a mean promo and stuff, but let's see her get in the ring and do it.
No,
Because we all thought Dominic could have been like that, but
Could have.
but that's why I said if she's anything like her father,
oh yeah,
she
yeah.
will be a star. She will
Yeah.
be a star if she's anything like her father.
Yep.
but again, too, that also is how they promote and push to people. I mean, look at how many guys out. Johnny Morrison. Let's just take him for example. How many times has he's been around the block and everybody thinks he's a great athlete and stuff, a great wrestler, but yet he's not getting pushed. I mean, so it all depends on how they push, how the fans react to him, and
Yep.
I mean, heck, look how many different characters did Mark Calloway have before they came up with the Undertaker gimmick?
Oh God,
Yeah.
a lot.
He had a lot. And
Kane. I mean,
he had a lot.
Yeah, Demon Kane, Corporate
Yep.
Kane.
Yeah. And they kind of like said the same exact thing about Roman when everyone's like, well, I can't stand this guy, and the head of the table gimmick is done. I'm like, yeah, but then why is it every time he's on TV the ratings are super high? So
see, and I got this thought when I was watching this week's SmackDown. Is the crowd's kind of booing him and cheering him at the same time.
The mix of
They're
both.
trying to push him as a heel stable, like they were doing with the NWO, and then the NWO became fan favorites. So that's what I
happens.
kind of see happening with the Bloodline. It's like, okay, they're trying to push him as a heel, but everybody's loving what they're doing. You hear boos and cheers, so sooner or later the Bloodline is going to turn into a stable everybody likes.
Wasn't it like that with the Shield?
yeah,
Yeah,
it kind of
to a
was
point.
because they were heels at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because when
And then they
made
turned on Kane, I think it was.
the Shield, they turned on who was it that they
CM Punk.
Yeah,
Was
because
it Punk first? I thought
Yes.
it was Kane.
Yeah,
no,
they
it was the
started out as-
Wyatts. It was the
yeah.
Wyatts who came out and attacked Kane.
Yeah.
The Wyatts,
Okay.
when they debuted, they attacked they attacked Kane, but the Shield showed up at, I think it was Hell in a Cell, and the first person they actually attacked was Ryback, if I do remember.
Ryback,
Survivor
yeah.
Series.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I
They-
thought when they
that
made
was
their
Survivor
I thought
Series
when they
when they
made
showed
their face turn, I thought it was Kane, and I thought Jerry Lawler was involved somehow when they made the
That
face
might have
turn.
been. That might have been it. I'm
I'll
thinking
have to
something
look.
else, like in the beginning or
I'm not-
something.
yeah, it might have been when Kane was Corporate Kane.
Yeah.
It was.
So that definitely could have been it. You could be right on that.
Yeah.
But I know their debut was was
They came through the
Ryback.
crowd and tore up Ryback, which
Yeah.
I mean, how hard is that? Honestly, Dragon Viper could probably beat up Ryback. I mean,
Just like he thinks he can beat up Brock Lesnar.
But I think he'd have a better chance against Ryback than he would have against Brock Lesnar. I mean,
Lesnar would F5 Dragon Viper. All what Dragon Viper has to do is just beat the crap out of Ryback, and he can't get up.
If he
just has to beat him more.
Yep.
If he gives you an F5, you play dead.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Just play dead. Don't move.
Exactly.
Play dead. Play
Do
dead.
the old Eddie Guerrero trick.
Oh, yes.
Oh, did you see that on Raw?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I am not gonna lie,
Rey
that
Mysterio did it.
that was pretty awesome.
That was funny.
That was awesome to play homage to Eddie Guerrero. Just lay there,
It's like Finn Balor has the chair, and Eddie Guerrero not Eddie Guerrero. Rey Mysterio falls down. and starts acting like Finn hit me.
that was
That was honestly one of Eddie's best gimmicks, I think. Lie, cheat, and I steal. And every time he did that was phenomenal. And
One of the last things
especially when he would pop up behind the ref's back and start laughing at him and then lay back down. And then,
yeah, but
I think it was Sasha Banks did those little things like throws the belt at like Dana Brooke, for example, and that's reminiscent of an Eddie Guerrero thing
Yeah.
that he did.
you remember the one time Eddie got caught though?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
He's like
Against Angle, wasn't it? It was either against Angle or Ray.
he sits up and he's kind of waving.
Yeah,
And
and the ref turns around.
turns and
I
Eddie
think that's
drops.
against Ray.
Yeah, Eddie drops, and then he sits back up, and he's like, "Ha," and the ref turns and he's like, ow, ow. He's like, no.
He's like,
He's
"Nice
like,
try."
no, it's the guy.
God.
He's like, no, I swear.
Jeez.
It was pretty funny
Yeah.
when he got caught. It was pretty dang funny. I laughed. It was great. Sometimes I go back and watch those just because.
Now you see soccer players doing that move.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you see basketball players faking injuries
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Ricochet did it once. He like, hits the chair on the mat, throws it to Cedric Alexander, and then he falls in. Does a dramatic fainting move, and the next Cedric hit him with the chair.
That was a good one. Yep.
Cedric's like, "What? I didn't do anything."
It's the flop.
It's the flop.
Flop.
It's the
Yep, Le flop, Le brick.
the flop.
Le flop, Le brick. Well, we're at that point now. So Crispy Bacon, any
Yeah.
final thoughts for you?
Thanks everyone for watching, tuning in. SummerSlam's coming up, and we're following that and a bunch of other stuff coming to network. We're also live on Amazon, so
Yes.
tune in there too.
All right, Christy, any final thoughts for you?
Great show tonight, and I'm just always looking forward to coming on here and just talking wrestling with you guys.
All right, Big B, how about you?
Yeah, no, great. Got off early in time to join the show. Got to talk wrestling. Enjoyed this show just like I enjoyed Tuesday Night Mania and On Deck, all the other shows. Like Chris said, you can catch us on Amazon now, and just keep checking out because some of our shows are coming back. Morning Tailgate's about ready to make its season debut here soon, so keep checking us out.
All right, definitely. We want to thank all of our viewers for watching. We definitely could not do this without you. So thank you very much. And so with that, we hope everybody has a phenomenal night. And we'll actually see everybody next Sunday again for another episode of Between the Ropes. So have a fantastic night.